welcome back to another episode of War Selection Free for All. Now, this one is a little bit more special than the other free for alls because again, I go Germany. So I'm gonna say this right now. I go Germany, and then I start using all the units. And I don't know what this guy was saying. Using a fake, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so this instance, we're actually going to see real quick a little bit. It's a little bit lagging. It's a little bit laggy right now. I don't know why the... Okay, no, it's not actually... There you go. So... first thing, I check, I check everyone. Everyone has like at least one 5-hit. I don't know what this new strategy is or something, but for some reason everyone's getting like one fight pit and then spawning warriors. Now I get making a fight pit to clear out the wild animals. I get that. I would do the same thing. But it's almost also as if they're using it for protection, as if it's a garrison. But I'm like, okay. Now, if it's to clear out wild animals, that I understand. So first thing we're gonna go over here. We're gonna, we speed up time a little more. Nothing happens in the beginning phases. So we're gonna skip time. Anyway, like I was saying, so I started using the other German units, like basically all the German units in this situation. I used the Tank Mouse. I think I used the Panther once, but that was it. I don't remember. Sorry about that. But anyway, I take some spears, and this guy I see as a threat, so I immediately go in and spear rush him as he just aged up. So he was like an easy target. But I also use my spears to go on like a little bit of rampage and just clear out the wild animals. Now, something that is interests me a lot is that Blue is incredibly aggressive. As you can see, he's still kind of newbie, but he's incredibly aggressive in comparison to the others. So again, we're going to speed up time. I'm going full speed in this because, again, I just try to rush Germany as fast as possible. Okay, here we go. As you can see, Blue attacks. Blue goes out of his way, attacks Green over here. This guy, Purple, quits. And this is actually what I wanted to happen. So I was betting a lot on Blue and Green going at it while I rushed Germany as fast as I could. But then for some reason, I guess after this attack, then Blue then turns to me. And I'm incredibly weak at this point, mainly because I pulled all my forces over here. Because I wanted to gain the resources that were over here. So as you can see, I'm not in a very good situation. He does come and attack me. Not now, but he does. Right here. So he comes out, attacks me. Luckily, it's a somewhat small force. And I managed to pull back my main force. Now, don't ask what I'm going to do here. You'll see in the end. Anyway. For some reason, after that attack, Blue just targets me for, like, the majority. I don't know why he targets me when, obviously, Green is closer to him. But again, after that attack, I don't know if you like to somehow see my screen or something, because as soon as I pull my force away, he then goes in for the cavalry charge, and I do get some heavy knights because I wanted to test them out. They are pretty damn good, especially with the buffs they've had. They're basically indestructible. So anyway, right here. You see the heavy knights, they're not going down like at all. takes like mass amount of units to actually take him down. Anyway, he comes in with Hussars and Ronins. Luckily, my spearmen come back again, and I was able to, you know, force them away. I did, again, also, real quick, I had pulled back all my workers over here from my base over there because I wanted to, you know, try and protect them. There we go. I was just saying. I was trying to protect them from these horse archers. Now these horse archers were really annoying because they kept attacking my, you know, units. I should have just kept them here and let the towers deal with them. But again, I tried to scare them away. I finally get Germany. It takes a little bit longer. I'm actually quite late in getting Germany. And materials is such a hard thing for me. Like, food and metal were actually the easiest things for me to obtain, but materials were really hard for me, especially in the beginning because I was upgrading everything. You get blue attacks this guy. Blue attacks green with barely any forces. Meanwhile, he comes over to me and was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna screw with you most of all." Anyway, so I didn't want to risk no attack. I started building some airports to get some balloons up. I should have got more of these balloons rather than these balloons. The military balloons rather than the military aerostat. That would have helped me a lot more in this situation. But oh well. Anyway, so I send my pikemen out to judge the forces, and I see blue has a huge army. Meanwhile, I look over and I see that green has a wall. And again, we're gonna, he's massing up his tanks and more trench mortars, and then he comes in. There we go. Here he goes. So he comes in. Luckily, I have a lot of Berthas, and I was actually in the middle of organizing my soldiers when this happened, so it actually helped a lot. Because then it was easy for me to tell them to attack. And again, I send my Flaming Warfin in. I don't get them armored, unfortunately, because I was sudden and they all died. Anyway, he comes in with trench mortars and light tanks. Luckily, I have a lot of Berthas, and these Berthas were actually tanking a lot of the damage. Meanwhile, I was also using Rangers and my soldiers to try and take out his trench mortars because they were the only things doing any real damage to me. And he does try to get really close with the light tanks, so that way it couldn't shoot within the radius. But I had gotten IR2 at this moment also, and I ended up getting some grenade launchers, which helped a lot. Unfortunately, all my Berthas were destroyed. I think at this instance, okay, yeah, here I was getting the tank Panthers and the Goliath. Oh yeah, I also got a bomber for no real reason. Honestly, the Air Force in War Selection it's not really something that you can easily use. Or sorry, let me phrase that. It's not something that is, how should I say this? It's not something that's powerful. Like, okay, so definitely an Air Force can turn the tide, but like if you control the skies, it means absolutely nothing in War Selection. Like, you can control the skies all you want, but it takes so much resources and manpower, and the moment the opponent gets any form of anti-air, it just becomes useless. And it doesn't help the fact that, ground units can become their own personal anti-air. Anyway, I get a Goliath operator, and I accidentally use it wrong, and it gets destroyed. I also get some Tank Panthers, which prove utterly useless. But I do get one military aerostat, which helps a lot because he goes around and destroys all of these howitzers. Unfortunately, these bombers didn't do jack squat in actually helping me. They do destroy quite a few of them, but not nearly as many as I want. Speed up time. I see we're just going at it right now. There we go. Finally, I destroy everything. This was the second attack, or technically it's his third. Anyway, I started sending my balloons in to try and destroy a little bit of stuff, but not too much. See, I sent my bombers. Now my bombers were having such trouble. Like I kept trying to use the bombers, but they weren't attacking the targets for me. Like I kept telling them, attack this target, and they were like, no, we're not going to. And then they fly back to base. So honestly, I think the bombers were bugged because I kept telling them to attack, but they weren't attacking. Then I had to send you again here. I'm sending them back in, and then they drop bombs. But then after this, like they don't even drop the full load. And they don't even destroy or kill anyone. They immediately just go back to base. I tell them to attack a target, and they're like, yeah, we're going to drop one payload, and then that's it. So honestly, the Air Force, like, the bombers were utterly annoying. The balloons did far more damage. Like, he even managed to get some anti-aircraft guns. And again, this is another reason, like the anti-aircraft guns. Okay, yes, they're meant to be powerful because they're meant to take out, air, and some of the air units are incredibly powerful. But they're just quite like. There's no such thing as ruling the skies in this game. Anyway. As you can see, this is where I get Tank Mouse. Now, this basically ruins my population because these Tank Mouse are freaking beasts. Look at this. They are so accurate. Now, you could argue because they're really close, yes. But they are so accurate. And they have 2,000 health and do 300 damage. Look at this. They just one-shot these things, basically. Of course, the factory, yeah, the factory has 1,000 health, so it doesn't matter. But now unfortunately, they do take a long time to reload. 16 seconds, around 16 seconds. Anyway, this guy says, "Look," I said, "Hey, Blue." Now I said, "Hey, Blue" before because I wanted to, stop it because at Wonder, but I realized he probably can't speak English. But here he says, "Red, you will also be a loser." I say, "Wolf shouldn't have attacked me." And the reason that he said he would be a loser because this guy has Wonder, and I still have 20 minutes on the clock, and I was about to kill this guy, so I was thinking, yeah, I wasn't gonna lose. And then he says, "Good luck," and then I finish him off. Anyway, now I don't think. And this, oh yeah, okay, real quick. He gets a battleship and start destroying all my stuff that's over here, but I don't care. And I destroy it with bombers. But anyway, right here, I use the Tank Mouse and I use the Goliath Operator, and you're gonna see something real quick. So the way the Goliath Operator works is it basically sends like a little miniature mine, and Tiger has a lot of kills. It sends like a little Goliath, or hold on, it stops moving. It sends a Goliath. It's a moving Goliath, however, will cause the detonation of the device. Okay, so this thing moves. Yeah. So anyway, I send the Goliath over, and it's immediately destroyed. Yeah, I really don't like the Goliath Operator. It takes 60 seconds, so it's a full minute to get one just one of these little things, and it costs 300 materials and 500 metal just to launch one of them. That's even if it makes it. Now, they are powerful. It can basically just one-shot buildings. But that's even if they get there, and you need like a lot of them to be effective. Anyway, so I get some, motorcycles. Motorcycles are actually pretty good. Problem is, I didn't take out some of these units, of the more anti-infantry units. And he also has Zambroks, but he apparently boxed himself in here with anti-tank hedgehogs, so that kind of ruined him, as he wasn't able to leave. But then again, he was just trying to defend. So I sent some tank mouse, and the tank mouse are basically just shredded. Now they do survive quite a bit of damage, as you see right here. They survive so much damage with these guys. But problem is the tank mouse needs support. You can't just send these mouses by themselves. They really need like infantry support to go through, and I didn't realize that's what they needed. So you really should only like make a few mouses and then have them like with heavy support next to them. Oh yeah, it also sent balloons over here, but they all got destroyed immediately because he has the anti-aircraft guns now are just way powerful when it comes to dealing with balloons. Anyway, so I noticed he has a lot of resources over here. Like he's gathering a bunch of them with these elephants. He hasn't built any warehouses. But again, I launch another attack, this time with Berthas and Mouses. They do manage to eliminate basically this entire area. Like these snipers are utterly useless. The only good things about these, like, were the light Turkish cannons, but they could barely do any damage. Meanwhile, over here, I took my motorcycles, and they were destroyed by freaking workers in this tower. Mainly the tower, but the workers were annoying. And something also he did, he just made so many artillery towers right here. But I also tackled balloons again. Balloons fail dramatically. Look at this. They just immediately go down. Look at this. This is not even that many anti-aircraft guns either. Again, I use more mouses. And at this point, I only have 2 minutes on the clock. I'm not in a good situation. I send in all the balloons, but they don't even make it in time. Watch. They make it right here. These balloons take so long, and then that's it. That's game. I had so many more balloons. I even deleted all my workers to make these balloons, but there was no way. These balloons took way too long, and I took too long. I should have instead focused way more, because I do build like all of this. I should have, I immediately did take out this guy, but I should have focused more on ground. I should have, got tank mouses, deleted, deleted some workers, got tank mouses, and then I should have got Berthas. I also should have made a navy, but again, I don't know how much a navy would have done for me. But again, here's what I should have done. So I did read. So this was during the update again, as you see. The mouses can take down hedgehogs, and I had a lot of workers. So what I should have done, I should have taken some mouses, taken some Berthas, and then you took a whole bunch of workers and just targeted like the hedgehogs, and then just ran my way through. Because again, like once I'm inside, these artillery towers could do nothing. But I just ran out of time. Like, I had all these balloons too. And these balloons themselves actually could have probably done it. This many. But again, I couldn't do it because Germany is expensive and slow as fuck. Honestly, I would say Germany is a defensive support role. It really does need a buff in certain aspects. Oh, real quick. I also got the Colossal Cannon. It didn't shoot at all. I don't know does anyone know how to use a Colossus Cannon? Or Cannon Colossal? Because you're supposed to target a point on the ground. That's what I was trying to do. But for some reason, it just wasn't moving and targeting anything. I think it's a bug from the update. Like, I couldn't use it at all. Yeah, but I see, like, this is just a few balloons. And had all these balloons came in, yeah, I would have definitely won had I had a little bit more time. But I just spent way too much time on just this area. I should have done a lot of things. One, I should have just taken the mouses, cleared out this area, get the motorcycles, come in, just, again, destroy like all of this stuff that he was gaining. He didn't have any resources. He had burned through all his resources. And he only had one iron mine and whatever was over here. But as sitting as it was, I did understand. I'm starting to understand Germany again. This is my second time playing Germany. I did not know how to play it, so it was good learning. One, I did learn don't get get like a few military balloons and aerostats, just a few of them. But then focus if you're going like German units only or something. Get like 2 mouses and then just the rest of just like motorcycles and something to protect them from infantry. I'm sorry, armored, like these guys, like the squadron cannons, because the mouses are an amazing unit. Matter of fact, I would say the mouses are probably the best German unit. Despite how expensive they really are worth it. But they are slow, lumbering beasts that you need to take care of. And also, never use Germany on a team game. I'm just going to say that right now. Germany costs way too much to be used for a team game, especially when everyone's trying to steal as many resources as possible. So, if you enjoy this video, leave a like, comment, and I will see you all next time.